Scandalous.
Kathy Lee Gifford wrote it.
Do you have a dream? Did you bring that dream here with you today? Or who do you think planted that dream in your heart?
Carolee Carmello.
I mean, I don't know what this show would be without her. I mean, obviously it's about Amy, but she's in like every minute
scene.
of it.
I think she maybe has 10 minutes of offstage time. If that. Listen.
I'm listening.
Carolee Carmello is amazing. And I have no words. That's all I have.
I mean, in the audience, anytime she got done singing anything, there were noises, obviously applause, regular applause, also
but like,
more spontaneous bursts of applause, and also just people shaking their heads and going like, wow.
What?
She's gonna have an alternate, right? She has to Evita this shit because it is work.
You're gonna break her. Don't hurt it. Oh, Scandalous, don't hurt that voice.
I mean, she sounds flawless, and I feel like she especially is someone who knows how and cares to take good care of her gift and her instrument. Yes. I want to see the score because I hear notes, but like literally seeing them on the staff paper on music where they are in the staff is when I'm always like, holy crap! You sang that note.
Oh my God, her voice is a dream. It's literally like I had some dream, and then I woke up in the Neil Simon and was like, oh no. Carolee Carmello's just singing. Just that's life. It's Carolee Carmello's voice.
That's funny. Well, and can we talk about how amazing she was when she was a 17-year-old? She played a 17-year-old. It's not as weird as it sounds.
Seriously, it works. Here's the thing. Going into it, I knew this was going to happen. I knew there was going to be a decent amount at the beginning of the show where she plays 17, and I was like, yikes, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. And then, like, literally, it was very Donna Murphy, people in the picture. When the show opens, she's like adult, aged, towards the end of her life, Amy, preaching the story of her life. And then she literally, she's like, and then, starting at the beginning of my story, and Minnie, her mother, comes out and is singing to the baby or whatever, and Carolee goes to the side, she,
unpins her hair.
She unpins her hair, she takes her hair down, and then she's up 3 steps, and she jumps down, and she is 17 years old, you guys, legitimately.
Carolee Carmello, as we all know, has a very distinctive vibrato.
Yeah.
And when she is singing as a 17-year-old, she straightens it out.
Right.
And it's beautiful. And it sounds young. Like it's so perfect and beautiful, but also because until we'd seen the actual show, she modifies her speaking voice as well to be like, and not like, I'm playing a kid.
No, just like straight up genius.
Right, which I would think she would do.
Right. And it just works.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why it should work or why it does work besides the fact that Carolee Carmello can do it. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to watch.
She's amazing.
I mean, there's a part in the show when Amy meets her future husband, and George Hearn, her father, is like, Amy, I've never seen you like this before. And she's like, see me like what? And he's like this. That's what I was like the whole show. And I needed someone to go, Emily, your jaw is on the ground. And I'm like, well, yes, Carolee Carmello sings.
I'm curious about what I'm supposed to get out of the show itself. Because, especially that scene that you were just talking about, I felt it was supposed to be her spiritual awakening, but the way the scene played to me was just this girl in puppy love, which I think it was also that.
I think that's what it was. Amy's journey is like her mother from her birth has decided that her daughter is going to be like a soldier for the Lord. Just like her, or whatever. When she's a teenager, she's like not on board with that at all, and she doesn't want anything to do with religion, and she wants to be an actress, and she wants theater, and a fabulous life, and everything like that. And then she meets a guy. I think that at that point in her life, she met Robert, and he was fascinating to her because he was theatrical, which is what she loved at the time, but he was also religious, which was something she hated, but she grew to love it because she loved him. And I really think that maybe at that time period in her life, she could have met almost anyone who, like if she had met an actor who had the same charisma that Robert had, that she probably would have veered from religion and gone straight up acting and done that. But I think she sort of veers onto this path. On some level, she does really believe Robert when he says that he has heard the voice of God telling him to go preach in China. Like,
Sure.
She believes that he believes that. And she loves him and she trusts him, and so she goes, and she's 17, you know? So she goes, and then and sort of has faith in God because he has faith in God.
Yeah.
Because then when he dies, she's like, I don't understand, God. I didn't believe in you. I came back to you and I did what he said you wanted us to do, and then you killed him. So why the hell should I believe in you? So then she loses her faith again, and it isn't until she hears the voice of God that she really, truly, I think, for herself, begins to have faith in something.
I feel like personally, I'm too much of a skeptic to see it any more than entertainment.
Right.
And to see, not that I don't think that she believed the things that she believed in. I don't know enough about her personally.
I think for me, what I got out of it, everybody, whether or not it's like a religious thing or a deeply moral thing or just everyday life things, we all have this standard that we want to be, this thing that we want to be. And then every day we all feel like hypocrites in one way or another because we're not living up to that thing that we have in our mind. The people who preach most against something are the ones that are usually struggling with it the most.
Yeah.
And so that's like what her story was. I mean, she was in Hollywood preaching against Hollywood when it was like the one thing since she was a kid that she always wanted was to be an actress and to like be a star. And then she sort of got it, but at such a huge cost.
I feel like the first act does the show a little bit of a disservice because it is so much setup.
Right.
It's like showing us how she got where she got to. And I think mostly that's because A, it is pretty interesting. B, it's because she's not a well-known figure anymore.
Right.
But I feel like even still, given the audience a little bit of credit, you could have skipped all of that and
Just
dove deeper into that second part of her life.
Absolutely.
Which is really the part I'm most interested in. It again goes back to the thing that we had with Chaplin, where it's hard to do a musical
Whole
about
life.
someone's
Absolutely.
whole life.
The first act is a lot of scenes of like, here she's at 17, this thing happened, which led her to this thing, which led, you know, and you sort of like are getting her backstory to then get to the second act where we see her in work. And as good, as amazing as Carolee is playing 17 and, you know, in their 20s, I mean, she is incredible as Amy in like that time where she's leading the church and she's preaching and she's totally on drugs a lot. Just her embodiment of, God, her characterization and her mannerisms and how they change, like her physicality from when she's playing 17 to when she's playing Amy at like 30 is amazing because it's like a full body thing.
Yeah.
The second act is much more musical theater style. It flows a lot better. George Hearn is amazing.
He was awesome. I wish he had more to do.
Yep, totally. I very much enjoyed Candy Buckley as her mother.
Oh yeah, she's a Debbie
great.
Downer.
And
I mean, not Candy.
Yeah. Ed Watts. Oh my God, he's amazing. He's fantastic.
He's a lot of things.
He's so great. He plays Amy's first and third husband. Yeah, no, he's great as Robert Semple. A very charismatic, you know, Pentecostal preacher. Like,
And he has an awesome black wig.
yeah. And then he's so great as David Hutton in the second act and Naked, which everyone appreciates.
Ed Watts, you got a rockin' bod.
The show is something for everyone. Roz Ryan. Oh my God. Sastress.
Super sassy.
Amazing. She's fantastic. I mean, just, she's so amazing. So funny. She had like all the most hilarious lines in the entire show. I mean, she's definitely there for like all the The trouble with trouble is you don't know you're in trouble until you're in trouble. That was one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, she was great. Again, I wish she had more to do.
Right.
She was just sort of servicing as the sassy black lady role.
Sure.
Which I get.
She does get a song.
True. Yeah. It was a great song.
But it was like
a weird charm song. It was the first act again. I don't know.
Yeah.
The structure of the first act, all that stuff was good. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Andrew Samonsky,
voice.
the mistress.
His voice is beautiful.
His voice is beautiful.
Gorgeous. Because, you know, the male voices in and out with me a lot of the time.
You're getting better.
Yeah.
I think the amount of shows you're seeing, and also the fact that I make you pay attention to them.
And I really did enjoy that number where they're both trying to woo her. They're both kind of trying to offer her the same thing. They're both like, I care about you, baby. Kenny is telling her like, I don't care who you are. I want to take you away from all this and I just want to love the woman that you are. And David is saying, I love all of you. I love everything that you are. And I want to take you out on the town. So they're both offering her something, two very different things, and she wants something, you know?
Yeah.
She wants the relationship she had with Robert, her first husband, who she loved fully and, like, so truthfully, you know? So, so she's sort of lost, and also, like, you can see her drug addiction. She just played that scene so brilliantly where she was sort of, like, in a haze, in a dream, and they were both wanting to give her something and she wanted it from both of them, but she didn't know what she wanted.
Wow. I will say the ensemble is fantastic.
Oh, they're all amazing.
I think some of their songs are a little weird, but they like sell them and they're great, and that's not has nothing to do with them.
Right. All the ensemble work is fantastic. Everybody is woo! We got some singers in there. Danielle Williamson. What?
Holy crap.
Oh my god. Yes.
I mean, the ensemble is fantastic.
All of them.
Dancing,
Nick Cartell.
Schmazy winner Nick
Loved
Cartell.
him. My goodness.
Can't wait to see you go on as things.
Undoubtedly, Carolee Carmello in Scandalous is like unmissable. Like, get your ass to that theater and see Carolee Carmello in this show because it is like you will hate yourself if you miss this. No musical is perfect. I love this musical. I have nothing else. I'm drained emotionally. Why can't Everybody knows that Carolee Carmello is like the end-all be-all of anything that ever happened in musical theater. What?
That's going overboard a little bit.
No!